All right, let's start up by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. All right, welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is The Shape of Things to Come. I'm here joined with the elders, Demashapat and Kaya. Pretty much, this is a title that came to me this morning when I woke up. The title just ran across my mind. Just said the shape of things to come, so I just wrote it down. And I had no clue or idea that it was an actual book that was written back in 1933. Now, there was a movie back in 36, I think it was, or 39, called Things to Come. And that's where they kept mentioning Basra, in reference to America, so on and so forth. But I typed in, the shape of things to come just to see what it would say. And I came across, like I said, this page here, the book. And right here in the synopsis, it says a long economic slump causes a major war that leaves Europe devastated and threatened by the plague, the chaos, so on and so forth. And pretty much what they're saying is that this guy, H.G. Wells, so-called predicted World War II, which is total nonsense because that was already in plan because you had something called a Massini Pike blueprint, which was, the letter that set up the three major world wars that were to play out, and by the end of World War III, they would so-called have the world, as they say. So, and if you brothers have any scriptures, precepts, thoughts, just jump on in. So we're going to read some of this. It says the shape of things to come and then pretty much, like I said, this is also centered around the current digital system that we are currently in and how it's constantly growing, emerging, and pretty much you have everything, being based on technological advancements. You have the fourth or what is it called? The fourth industrial revolution, which is merging of man with machine, the IOB, the Internet of Bodies, or the Internet of Things, IoT, and everything is moving in that direction because this is what they want to do. Now I was watching this series Gotham, and there was a couple of episodes in there where they have the dude that played the Riddler and this other chick, played Lee, whatever her name was, Lee Tompkins. And pretty much they show you that they were inserted with a brain C-hip, and then they were controlled and they did things that they didn't want to do, and they had no not even remembrance of doing those things. Which reminded me of the Delgado Bull. Which a Delgado Bull is this guy Delgado cut into the skull of a bull and connected these electrodes to, his frontal lobe or whatever it was that he connected it to. And what they would do is they would send a signal that would enrage the bull. And then when the bull is getting ready to attack, they flip the switch and it turns it off and he becomes passive again. And that's pretty much what this whole technology is about. It's about total control, like Alex Jones said, right? So it says The Shape of Things to Come is a science fiction novel written by the British writer H.G. Wells, published in 1933. It says it takes the form of a future history that ends in 2106, because these devils, their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever to all generations. So it says the synopsis. It says a long economic slump causes a major war that leaves Europe devastated and threatened by the plague. So pretty much, remember, this is back in 1933. This is about about 6 years or so before World War II. So this was already well in the works. It says the chaos caused by the slump returns much of the world to medieval conditions. You know, back to like the Stone Ages, right? Pilots and technicians that formerly served in various nations' air forces maintain a network of functioning airfields around this nucleus. Technological civilization is rebuilt, with the pilots and other skilled technicians eventually seizing worldwide power and sweeping away the remnants of the old nation states. Right, because they want to bring in what? Get rid of the old world and bring in the new world order. You know? Yeah.
I had a precept on that.
Okay, bring it out.
This is Psalms 140, starting at verse 1. It says, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, from the evil man.
Mm-hmm.
Preserve me from the violent man.
And you could, speak on it.
Which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. Because war is profitable for business, and is also profitable for ushering your agenda. If you notice, with each war, the people had less and less freedoms. Yeah. More and more power was consolidated. And another thing, when there would be kings, they didn't want kings and total sovereigns.
Yeah, monarchs.
Monarchs. You saw an end of that.
Mm-hmm. The only king that they had left was in England.
God.
Because I believe the last king that they took out, if I'm not mistaken, was Tsar Nicholas II. I think he was one of the last, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back in the history, but you got it.
Also, Japan, their emperor too, because they actually made them swear, because they didn't kill him, but they actually made them like swear to like basically renounce your name, because the king is from a line, your name and all that, so they have to renounce that and all of that.
Right, I believe that's what, abnegate or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. You got it.
Kind of. It says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips, because they tout these things as it's going to be beneficial and it's going to be good. Like I think you read it in the definition. It said intellectual. Basically, the people going to be better. Basically, the population going to be better or something like that.
Let's see. You're talking about the one where it says, with the pilots and other skilled technicians eventually seizing worldwide power and sweeping away the remnants of the old nation states.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
It was another part after that. You might have read it before we started, but it was somewhere. It reads like, oh, the people are gonna be better after they do this. More.
Okay. A long economic slump causes a major war that leaves Europe devastated and threatened by the plague. The chaos caused by the slump returns much of the world to medieval conditions. Pilots and technicians that formerly served in various nation air forces maintain a network of functioning airfields. A matter of fact, it's right here. A benevolent dictatorship is set up, paving the way for world peace.
Yeah, benevolent, right? And that's beneficial, something good.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you can't lead yourself, but we got it where it's gonna be better than your independence.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I said the word abdicate. No, I think I said abrogate or something like that. But the word is abdicate. Mm-hmm. It's of a monarch renounce one's throne.
Yep, time.
All right, you got it.
Yep. It says, keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. The proud have hid a snare for me and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. So it's all traps. It's all, nothing beneficial from it.
Yep. Yeah, because pretty much, at the end of the day, the main problem and the main threat to the New World Order are the Israelites. That's why you had that, what was it called, D-Man? Manhattan something? Institute that Elder Pastor did the video on. And pretty much that was what Vocab's concern was. Mm-hmm. He said that it was growing and it's not going to stop growing. It's going to, so his thing is he's like, they're nervous about that. Mm-hmm. because the scriptures say, if this counsel of this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it.
Mm-hmm.
No, see, you can count on you can count on curriculum, you can count on dogma and all that, but one thing you can't control is the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the prophecies. All you see right now happening are prophecies popping up everywhere. You know, the whole system itself that's coming in place, the digital system, that's all prophesied. You know, but you got it.
No,
That was it. All right. So matter of fact, since I said that, let me read this real quick. Let me get this other precept that came to mind, and then we'll go back to the article. This is Psalm 62:4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly, Salah. Because the bottom line is they, you know, their whole goal is to destroy the Israelites. That's really what they want to do. Oh, you just making that up. Well, Psalms 83 says different. You know, they have a council, worldwide council of nations, top individuals, not talking about the regular grassroots people, talking about the actual leaders, you know, having meetings to destroy. How can we get rid of the Israelites? You know, we've tried everything. We tried alcohol, we tried chemicals, we tried food, we tried this, we tried that, we tried Planned Parenthood, we tried giving them guns in the streets and offing each other, and for some reason it's not working. I mean, it's culling it down a little bit, but they're still here. Mm-hmm. So what can we do to, you know, because you notice if you watch those futuristic movies where Esau has a technology, you don't usually see any Jakes or many or if any at all. Mm-hmm. Why? Because their future of a utopian future is Jake gone and Esau in power. And if Jake is there, back to where Jake was before, you know, in captivity.
Yeah. And no, I was thinking of that when Apostle Tahar brought out the original Handmaid's Tale, how they were showing, how they actually showed them carting Jake off in the back of trucks.
That's right.
You know, and then after you seen that, it wasn't really no Jakes in the movie.
Right.
You know, because they want to destroy us. You know, the power we have is in the Lord. The power they have is in their hands to destroy us, man.
Right.
You know, and right now they're doing everything they can to destroy us.
That's right.
And it's gonna get to the point where it's not gonna be hidden from the common man that this motherfucker is trying to kill us.
Yeah. But that's the bottom line, and that's, you know, but we just read it in Psalms. You know, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. Matter of fact, let's get that word excellency real quick. And if y'all have anything y'all want to, you know, say, jump on in there. The word there for excellency is sha'ath, right? Sha'ath, elevation, exaltation, dignity, swelling, uprising. Because out of all the nations on the planet, who is the top nation on the planet? The Israelites. And these devils know that. The Lord said that, you know, I will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. You know, and what set us apart, what distinguished us from the other nations? The law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us. That's why he said pretty much when I give you these law, statutes, and commandments, wear it as a banner. Mm-hmm. You know, so that the nation can see that and say, what one nation is so great as these people that has the Most High so near unto them, that has this knowledge and this wisdom and understanding like these people. We were supposed to be the standard of righteousness, piousness, being devout, that the other nations would look to. But we ended up taking a left turn at Albuquerque, you know? And now the Lord is bringing us back. You got something?
Yeah. Psalm 47:2. It says, for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet.
That's right.
He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loves, Selah.
Yeah. That's right. So pretty much that's what's happening right now. And see, what you didn't count on was you didn't count on the prophecies. You didn't count on the prophets. You know? So going back to where we are, Daniel now, chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and sealed the book So the book was sealed for a time. You know, you took control of the narrative during the time of the Renaissance. You control what people were to believe and not believe. You control, who can teach, who cannot teach. The so-called setting up of the higher schools of learning.
Mhm.
You established all of that and made the world believe that if you didn't go through these, different school systems, you could not be qualified to teach the Bible. You could not be qualified to philosophize.
Or philosophize.
Yeah, philosophize. Yeah, philosophize. Science falsely so-called. But what you didn't count on was the Lord waking up his prophets. The Lord waking up the prophecies. So long as this new system that's in place was everything was like primitive still, so to speak, before the technological age really exploded. You had control over everything because the Israelites were out there back then, but they weren't making we were making strides through the Spirit, but not on the level that it is now that we have the internet. So the Lord set the internet up to propagate his word to the four corners of the earth, because in process of time, this is the very thing that he would use to gather the elect from around the world of the nation of Israel. Yeah, you have something?
No.
So it says, but thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. So at the end, it said what? It shall speak and not lie. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And that's what you're seeing right now, knowledge being increased. So the system that's in place is given to this devil by the Most High, even though he thinks he set it up himself. And the reason why the Lord gave him this technology is to fulfill prophecy. Bottom line, that's what it is. There's no other way around it. What do we have here? Okay, that was for something else. Okay, so let's go back to this article here. So it says with the pilots around, around this nucleus, technological civilization is rebuilt with the pilots and other skilled technicians, eventually seizing worldwide power and sweeping away the remnants of the old nation states, right? Because they want to get rid of the old and bring in the new, right? It says a benevolent dictatorship is set up. That's your new world order. One system, one rule, one religion, one economy, paving the way for world peace. And what does it say when they shall say peace and safety?
Sudden destruction
Cometh upon them. And it says sudden. It says by abolishing national divisions. Hence your one world order. Matter of fact, get that in you getting something? I'll grab it.
I'm grabbing it in Titus.
Yes, you got it. You want it. You want it, brother.
Yeah. First Maccabees 1:41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Yep.
And sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath day.
And you have that even to this very day. You have, Israelites that know that they're Israelites that are selling out, that are taking bags, that are changing up the doctrine. And it don't end up well for you. What happened to Comfy? He took the bag, it didn't end well for him. Did you want to say something to Dimash?
No, I was gonna mention Comfy.
Yeah.
It's the spirit. I was gonna say, yeah, remember Comfy?
Yep.
And that's gonna happen again. These people keep playing. The Lord gonna make more examples. All these people that are not sincere, they're gonna have to face the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and the Lord gonna make a public example of a lot of these false leaders in due time.
That's right. Yeah, because everything that you see happening right now is all geared to direct the world into the direction that it's going. They've been planning this for a long time, which is the Lord putting it in their spirit to do that. Matter of fact, let's go real quick to Job 33 and 15. It says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. You see? And what was the main thing that the instructions were set up for? This technological, system that is in place right now, that the Lord gave them the ability to do that. You got to remember, before Esau got here, it was just trees, flowers, animals, land, grass. They had to cut everything down. They had to figure out how to build, bridges, and how to build bridges on, in the water, all that stuff. They had to set up eventually light posts. So, so you be able to see it. When they first set them up, it was set up under DC current, which when people would walk by some of those light posts, they were getting electrocuted, dropping dead. So they had to figure all of that out. They had to figure out, sewage system. So when they set all this up, eventually the Lord kept giving them more and more knowledge, because knowledge shall increase. So we're now, you got the same infrastructure set up and used for the digital age that they got going on. They got the 5G. They're using the same poles that they were using before. You got just different optic cables and different cables and all that other stuff that they got going on to be able to broadcast these signals and get everything going the way they want it to go. That took time. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Do you have something?
No,
2nd Ezra 6 and 17. And it happened that when I had heard it, I stood up upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters. See how we shy? And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. Why? Because the world, Yahushua said, the night cometh when no man can work. So there was going to come a point where the voice of the Lord was going to start speaking, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord, and start waking up those dead bones, right? It says, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, right? And that's why it says that then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and have made no account of his labors. Yep. That's how it started. And it's still the same message today. But it's just that the infrastructure throughout the decades has changed to where it can get out and broadcast further than it was able to do before. It says, and when the affliction of the son of Zion shall be fulfilled. Because the affliction is fulfilled. That's why I said, comfort ye, my people, tell her that our warfare is accomplished. We're at the end of our punishment. And about to begin the punishment of Esau and the other nations.
Yep.
You want to say something?
Were you still reading?
I got one more verse. It says, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away, when it's finished, shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. These are the signs that are going to be shown. The books shall be opened before the firmament. What are the books? The Bible. What is the firmament? The ozone layer. What is in the firmament or in the ozone layer? In that region up there, you have satellites. What are satellites? Satellites are these dishes, with a feed horns that send out signals to broadcast around the world. And that's what's happened. They've shot up from satellites in the earth. The signal goes up to the ones up in the firmament, in the sky, and then broadcasted throughout the planet. So they got the whole infrastructure set up for all to see. And to see and everybody's seeing it. Most people are not agreeing with it, but a lot of people are seeing, the truth being manifest throughout the four corners of the earth. And they shall see all together. And that's why this whole system was set up in place, for the purpose of the Most High, to push his message throughout the four corners of the earth. Because Yahushua said that, when this gospel shall be preached to the four corners of the earth, then shall the end come. But you had something else, Dimash?
Con, this is Job Job chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "I would seek unto the Most High, and unto the power would I commit my cause, which doeth great things and unsearchable marvelous things without number, who giveth rain upon earth and sendeth waters upon the fields." It says, "To set up on high those that be low, and those which mourn may be exalted to safety." And so the Lord, that lets you know that the Lord is going to set up on high people that are in lower state.
Yep.
The Lord, why would the Lord say this and then set up on high the people that are already in higher state? You know, and then if those people that he was going to set up wasn't going to be delivered until he came back, then how were the people that's in rulership of the earth his people? That doesn't make sense. It says he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise. See, everything that's being set up and done for them to hold on, I'm gonna read this next script. He said he disappointed the devices of the crafty so their hand cannot perform their enterprise. Everything that's being set up to forward his enterprise is being systematically knocking down at the bottom. So every time he set a block up, and you know, like when you're building something, when you're building something, and you're expecting it to be erected a certain height, and then you stand back and look, and you're expecting that height to increase. But every time he builds something in this empire, and he steps back to look at it, is 2 blocks lower, because the Lord is systematically taking this place down from the bottom to the top, you know, and then the Lord eventually will start knocking down 2 and 3 blocks and 4 blocks. Like I said earlier, I mean, like I always say this, you know, when I was in carpentry school, the funnest part in carpentry school was demolition, was tearing shit up, you know, and you know, like. And here in America, you got all these abandoned houses. What happened to them? People go in and tear the houses up, strip them. Hey, it might be a nice looking house. Somebody just bust the window, you know, because the minds of these people is to tear this place up. The spirit of these people is to tear this place up. Yep. Especially Jake, because the Lord wants to tear this place up. Yeah, you know, round them up. So the Lord is systematically picking the height of this place down, man. You know,
and that's why they want to set up that digital system to have people micro see it. So if you don't behave like they want you to behave, they can, you know, turn your shit off, and then that forces you to comply. Yep.
They want to do away with individuality. They want to do away with you know, you being able to hustle and do your own thing. They want to do away with you being able to help other people too. Yeah. You know, if you have a chip that's in your hand, how can you how can you if it's a homeless person or somebody that doesn't have it, you know, or whatever the case may be, how can you like right now you can reach in your pocket and give a homeless man a few dollars. Right. But if you got a chip in your hand, how are you gonna be able to help the next that person that's in lower state? You're not gonna be able to. Oh, side hustles. They're gonna, you know, Jake is barely making it on their job, so they have side hustles that they do. They're trying to do away with all of that because why? That eliminates the so-called middle class. Jake may be doing pretty good in society, but it's enough. You know, they say the more money, the more problems. Jake will be doing all right, living in a nice house, but it'll still be kind of living from check to check. So they'll hustle. They'll do other things to make money on the side. But how are they going to be able to profit if the money is digital? Right. If you can't trade the money like you want to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. So because they want to track everything. Mm-hmm. You know, they want a piece of everything. You know, here it is. You got everything that the hearts could wish, but you still want the little pennies and the crumbs that people are fighting over. You know. And they show you that what they want to do because remember when what is that? What is the Cash App?
Oh, okay.
When Cash App first came out, it was a way for people to say, like, say you had a buddy in California that was in dire need, that needed about, you know, he had a wealthy friend in New York and he needed about 10 G's. You know, at first with Cash App, you could send that person 10 G's, you know, but now there's limiters. Now, there's certain taxes. You know, you can't just send that type of money. They'll shut your account down. You know, you can't just send that type of money anymore. They'll freeze the money and get to asking you all about what is this for? You know, we need to know exactly what this is for. You know, you like the ability. They don't want us to be able to help one another. See, you know, Cash App was a thing where people could help one another right on the spot. They didn't have to go and wire money. They could transfer the money right out of their account into another person's Cash App, you know. And it was certain people that left their banks, that left their banks and only used Cash App cards.
Yep.
You know.
Chime.
Yep. Yep. Or Chime cards. You know. And Chime was the same way. It says pay anyone. You put the amount of money you want to send in there. You know. But now there's limiters on how you can help other people, because this society doesn't want people to help each other. They want people to be divided and against each other. But it's spiritual, because it's the Lord. It's the Lord doing it in the end. The Lord said He come not. We said He shall come to pit the what the
variance. Father against the mother.
Yep.
Matthew 10.
Yeah. I'm
gonna grab it real quick.
Yeah,
sure. I got you. Hold on. It says Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Yep. So it's really the Lord. It's really the Lord creating all this division, you know, among the people, man. You know, it's really the Lord, the hand of the Lord, because everything that's not righteous is gonna come to naught. The Lord said it, man. You know, everything that's not righteous and upright is gonna come to naught. You know, and people gonna see, like, if you don't have the Holy Spirit, the love of the Lord in your heart, then you know, you're not gonna make it through these times. If you don't, like, we actually help each other. If we get down in a rut in a situation, we'll find out a way to help one another. You know. That's just what we do right now, you know. But everybody doesn't have that, and as the squeeze gets put on, you know, this devil wants to make more and more division. See, he don't want us coming together, you know. He don't want us coming together. He don't want us helping one another, you know. But was it some more of that?
Want me to read the next verse?
Sure.
Yep. It says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household."
Yeah, man's foes gonna be they of his own house, man. And in certain instances, the Lord is using this devil to do that. You know, to create those divisions, man. You know, because you got to think, this is a man that is researched us from as long as we've been in his hand. He's done research on us. He's done studies on us. You know, he knows how to make Jake operate a certain way. He knows how the minds of our people works. So he knows what devices to push out there to make us, hey man, like, you know, like he knows how to distract us, you know, from what's going on in the world. He knows that, like, we're like it's easy to him. But what we're doing, what the Israelites are doing, is causing his enterprise problems. You know, and that's why he sends people out there to try to destroy us, to try to separate us, you know, to try to make us look bad. But it's okay. It's okay. Like, you know, like this dude Vocab, he oh yeah, well, You know, they were going to church. They're going in churches, disrupting services. You know, like back in, you know, '08, maybe.
Right.
You know, back in the days, you know, we did that when we was young brothers in faith. We was fiery in our spirit, man. You know, but the Lord stopped that. The Lord stopped us from doing that, man.
Yeah.
You know, but he's trying to he's trying to use that and say that's what we do. And regardless of what we do, the truth is gonna stand.
But he been to all them different camps. Nobody did nothing to him.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the guy said he wanted to do this, but did he do it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's one thing to want to do something, another thing to do it.
Yeah, because
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Now you got it.
Because back in the day, you probably would have had your ass whooped. Hey man, I'm just gonna tell the truth, man.
Hey.
Like, you know, we got the truth, man. People come up with that ruckus. You come in our space, man. You might catch a 2-piece with fries. You know, but like the Lord put us in a you know, scripture, for all possible live peaceable amongst all men.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord put us in more in a spirit to just deal with the scriptures.
Because overall, we spiritual anyway.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, there's times it got physical, but you know, that was that. But overall, we spiritual.
Kind. And he knows that. That's why he keeps coming out talking his shit. You know. Hey, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't go to the hood and do that. To no hood nigga and say, look, you're supposed to be serving Christ. You know, he'll come out of there naked with dirt in his hair. Hey, you get your ass whooped. But hey, they know that we're peaceful men. They want to create this outlook upon us that we're some type of dangerous, you know, we're dangerous. You know, they like the words that they use, hostile. You know, we're dangerous individuals. You know.
Yeah, you know what, Vocab, you know, he wouldn't come around if that was the case. His Vocab ain't no gangster.
Right.
He would have never came around brothers if he knew that brothers would have tightened his ass up.
Yeah.
You know, but all that shit is just a demonization to make the Israelites look bad, so that when the time comes, it will justify them rolling on the Israelites like they did to the Black Panthers or any of those other organizations.
Exactly.
Yeah, COINTELPRO. You know, they want to create divisions. They know they know how to create divisions. They know what group is the weaker group. Yep. What group cares about getting money. Mm-hmm. You know, they know that. They know, and at the forefront of this talk is GMS, because they know that we're not about that sellout shit. You know, they know that we're not about taking a bag. And if you find out, if anybody starts speaking that crap that these other Israelite camps are speaking, he'd be out of here like
in a heartbeat.
You know, as quick as the wind changed directions, he'd be out.
Yeah.
As soon as we get wind of it, he gone. You know?
Oh yeah.
I got some.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 10:7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Yep. Hey, see, they want to demonize us. They want to demonize us. You know, and the simple, a lazy-minded individual would just listen to this guy and agree. But somebody who's analytical will say, wait, let me go and watch these Israelites and see what's really going on. Okay, GMS. Okay. Because all you got to do is put GMS and put in a state. You know? Yep. And if that don't work, put in another state, and eventually you'll find us. And you'll see all kind of people. We had people coming up yelling at us. We had people throwing stuff, shooting. You know, we got shot at.
Oh yeah.
Hey, did we jump in the cars and go chase this dude that shot at us? You know, a couple months back. No, we kept teaching the word. Yep. You know,
shit, bullets was hitting the building.
Yeah. Yeah, and out here in Indiana, that wasn't the first time we've been shot at. It's been multiple times. Man, one time we was at camp, we cursing out the Valentine's Day spirit, and a nigga just happened to walk out with flowers in his hand. That nigga went and took them flowers where he was going and came back and shot at us.
Damn. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, but the Lord spared us, and you know what? He shot us. The Lord made the gun jam, and the nigga was, man, this nigga had so many demons on him. He was trying to get the gun unjammed so he could finish shooting at us. And we was cursing his ass out, you nigga, the Lord gonna kill you, nigga. Like, he trying to get the gun unjammed. Hey, the Lord had a heavy spirit on us, man. No, the average, hey, if that was vocab, that nigga would have jumped under his shoe.
He'd have been in the spirit world.
He'd have went dark, remember?
Yeah, he'd have just.
Yeah, I'm going dark.
He'd have just, he'd have just froze. He'd have still been petrified to this day.
Verse 8. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, right? Places you wouldn't expect. It says, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes.
And you know what that going into too? Is the system that he's putting in place is unbeknownst to most people. They don't really know why he's doing it, why he's setting it. People think it's making people's life easier and all that, but it's really to trap you.
Yep.
So you have no other alternative but to either you deal with his way or you be out there in the forest somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. And to tie it back in with the Matthew, the 10th chapter, that's that's going to also help the division too, because a lot of people going to agree. You know, a lot of people, because you like how you said, he study us. He study us, the Israelites. He study people. He know habits. You know, he's studying the mind. So a lot of people thinking it's beneficial. They want the smart cities. Like I had conversations with people, especially Esau. They want that. They want to be a part of the first round of the next wave of this man's system. It says he lieth in wait. Pardon me, Salaki. It says he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Right, privily meaning hidden. His motive ain't seen. Right. Everything he do is seen. It comes off as is beneficial, like what the apostle was reading of a benevolent dictatorship. Well, it ain't benevolent; it's gonna be malevolent. All right, malevolent is wicked, evil. It says, "He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net, like he herds you." He corrals you, like they got a trap for wild boars. What they'll do is they'll set a bunch of corn in a spot. They'll have a real big cage hovering over the corn. Yeah. And then when they be timid at first, the boars, they be like, nah, it ain't supposed to be no damn food right here. Yeah. Then they be caught. Then they go, and then the damn cage fall on them. And then they panic. Oh damn. I thought it was good, but now it really ain't. Well, it's too late now.
Yeah, you in the trap. Hey, well, that goes back into the pigs of the Okefenokee. George Gordon, he said there was a trapper, and people would go out into this particular forest, and then the wild boars would eat them up. So what he would do is he would buy a lot of corn, go out there and drop it off. Yep. All the time, just go out there and drop it off. And, they were skeptical at first. They would come and eat. And as they're eating, after a while, he starts building a fence, a little at a time, and then he'll build it. Once he gets most of the fence built, he'll have two ways out, one way in, one way out. Yep. And eventually he'll close the one way in, close that out. Then eventually what happened was everybody went in there, ate, and he closed the gate and he had them all. Yep. He just drew them into that trap. Yep.
Time.
That's pretty much the consensus of the world. Most people of the world are basically followers. They're not critical thinkers. They don't, they just pretty much robots for whatever anyone says. They're there to serve. Yep. Not the whole world is not on the level of being able to rationalize and think outside the box, as they say. You know?
Yeah, that I'm up on shit mentality. I know about that. That's such and such and such and such.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
new wave type shit.
Yeah. But people are, you know.
I know all about that, too.
Yeah, people want some self glorification for knowing certain information. Like this information, like certain people, they got mosquitoes, they got cameras on them that can inject stuff. And like they got to do that back in 2012.
Yeah. You're right.
Like, but people are just they want to be deep.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the social media.
Mm-hmm.
You got to deny.
No, you.
One more verse. Go ahead. It says, he croucheth and humbleth himself, right? Basically, being sneaky. Mm-hmm. I'm not the bad guy. When you watch the Scooby-Doo, right? I ain't like Scooby-Doo growing up, but Scooby-Doo, it was never the guy, the obvious guy, the culprit. It was never the obvious guy. It was always the unexpected, the least expected, the one that seemed harmless. It says, vocab seemed harmless, right? It says, he croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Like Elon Musk is the strong one, man. All these different little people who helps usher in the masses, right? People like Elon Musk, even Donald Trump, all these different people. Bill Gates, that's another strong one. And here it is, they committing all type of wickedness and devilment, but you don't see it. And then if you do see it, you're gonna point to them. You ain't gonna never reach to the actual person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why what Isaiah says, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles, like the real leaders. Them guys ain't the real leaders, but they forward the real leaders' plans. That was it on. Let me see. I probably can keep reading. It says, he hath said in his heart, the Most High hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it, because for a long time, the Lord allowed him to go forward. He basically been put in a trick bag, like the scripture in Obadiah says, "What the pride of thine heart have deceived thee." And it's another scripture which speaks about his treachery. Hold on, let me see.
And then it says that Lord set him up in slippery places.
Oh yeah, slippery places. Yep.
Because that's why it says that the how does it go? The trap of the wicked, it shall fall in it. It shall set up a trap and fall in it.
Yes.
The book of Psalm 7.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll look for it later.
Okay.
It says, you want me to get that song?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, he has said in his heart, the Most High hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it. Arise, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, O power. Lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doeth the wicked contemn the Most High? You see that everything they doing, they contemn the Most High. They go against, right? Just like, what is that? 2 Thessalonians 2. It says, who opposes and exalted above all that is called the Most High. And when it say all, it means all, even down to the poor. Like the scripture speaks about the poor you'll have with you always, so don't glean, your whole field. But then he got it so you can't even, it's so convenient not to have money. Even if you do want to give a homeless, a poor person a couple dollars, a lot of times you ain't even got no money on to do it, because society is is much more convenient to be cashless. Going into what's that? Revelation 13. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his hand that he can neither buy nor sell unless he had the mark. So when you call something, that means you setting up the situation. You setting up different little inconveniences, or versus not having it, and conveniences and blessings if you do get it. And that's what, like, the average person, these people don't understand. But the scriptures right there with every move, what it say, every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you, right?
Yeah.
Right there following you, reading along. It says, he has said in his heart, thou will not require it. Yeah, vocab Malone and different people like that. You know, the atrocities that he doing across the world don't matter. He still ain't said nothing about Benjamin Netanyahu using that scripture.
Yeah, Samuel.
Yeah, misappropriating it, by the way.
Yep.
That he will have war with Amalek. You got so-called Palestinians writing different little names on their baby's body parts so they can identify them when they get blew up. So they can know which one's there to bury.
Yeah, it's crazy. But they, why they don't call them anti-Ishmael?
Yeah.
You know?
Anti-Arab or something like that.
Anti-Arab, yeah.
Yeah, you can. If you talk about anti so-called black people, you know that's not a big concern in the world. But this has reached from a whole nother land into this land. You know, anti-sin. You know, but you know you can be anti anything else. But the anti-mode. That's those two run hand in hand, you know. But you know, but you know, like if you talk about people that are anti, you don't hear the word anti-black.
No.
Or so-called, you know, that's what they call us, anti-black. You know, or black, but you don't hear that word. You don't hear that phrase, even when they kill us with impunity.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they find out that there's some major atrocity that's been committed against us. You don't hear the UN filing any charges.
Mm-mm. World Court.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing from them. You know. But go ahead, brother.
No, that was it on that.
Mm-hmm. This is
Where you at, Dimash?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and
The Apocrypha.
yes, sir. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. So like,
Go ahead.
And verse 10.
Yep.
It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, and that's vocab Malone. That's the real enemy.
Oh,
you know, because he comes like he's trying to
the benevolent dictator.
Yeah. He comes in this wolf's, you know, in his sheep's clothing.
Yep.
You know, as if he's not a white supremacist. And you know how you know vocab is a white supremacist? Because when he asks us questions, we answer them through the scriptures. But when we ask questions, we never get an answer from this devil. You know why? Because he feels in his heart of hearts, I don't got to answer you niggas.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You niggas are beneath me. I don't got to answer you. And then he wants to go out and battle for Christianity, but doesn't rebuttal anything. All he comes with is gimmicks. Yeah, look, they did this. Ha ha ha. It's an Israelite, a man that was watching the Israelite video killed his wife and children. Everybody's watching our videos, bro. Like we can't control what people do.
Yeah.
You know, like we supposed to just pop up like a superhero. Like we supposed to have Spidey senses and drive all the way across the country to stop this man. Like we don't know what the hell these people are gonna do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, just like you got all these so-called Christians killing their wives, killing people, you know, moles, all kind of you know.
Yeah.
But he don't ever talk about that. If anything, Christianity makes, you know, the crimes that people that are Christians commit is more, you know, is more abundant than anything you could bring charges on us against.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And you know, he's the same devil. It says, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. You know, because he comes with the same tactics. Yeah. You know, when he questions us, we give scholarly answers. according to the scriptures. We don't just write them off, but everything that he's questioned us with has been answered multiple times.
Oh yeah.
But brothers all over the United States. But where's one video where he used scripture to rebuttal what we said? You know, that's something you can never find. And when you do, it's heresy. You know, it's heresy. It's a lie. It's a complete lie. And then that gets smacked in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dude, that's a true devil, man.
Trash.
A newsboy hat wearing devil.
Mm-hmm.
It says,
a Peaky Blinder.
yeah. And thou shalt know that his rust has not been wiped away. It says, set him not by thee. That's why we're gonna call the police on your ass.
That's it.
You Satan.
We got the law out here in Annapolis.
Yeah. It says, and when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Never let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And that's what this devil is doing. He's seeking to stop the Hebrew Israelite movement, because the thought of being the children of God for us is oppressing to him and his people. The thought of us being special is a motherfucker to this devil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't even be a fictional character. And this devil being mad. They get mad when the dude played in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga in Star Wars, I'm gonna boycott Star Wars. This ain't even a real thing.
He wasn't even a Jedi.
Kangs of Wakanda, they got mad when my man played Black Panther, when Black Panther came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So of course they're gonna get mad if we say we the children of God.
Yeah.
It says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Yeah, for a certain dispensation of time, we was, you know, and I'm sorry if I'm going off topic, you know, but for a certain dispensation of time, you know, we allowed you, we dealt with you for the sake of edification. But now it's like a game that you beating on the hardest level. I don't want to play that shit no more. You know, I don't want to play your game no more. You know, we don't want to play your game. Just stay the fuck away from us.
Right.
You know.
I got something.
Mm-hmm.
You're not welcome.
Yep.
What you got?
The Wisdom of Solomon 2. I'm gonna jump around though.
Oh, let me grab
that's
that
okay.
real quick. Now, do your thing.
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 2.
Yeah.
Where you gonna start?
Start at verse 11.
Okay.
Which is all good, but I'm gonna jump though. It says, let our strength be the law of justice.
And that's why, like the scriptures say, judgment does never go forth,
Mm-hmm.
for the wicked compasseth the righteous.
Yep.
You know, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
Yep.
You know, because at the end of the day, they have the power to control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they, you know, this is why the Lord is going to be the one to bring judgment. That's why it says, when thou shalt cease to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Yep.
You got it.
It says, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. And one thing that they consider to be feeble is faith.
Yep.
Like even when you go into the Roman Colosseum, when the Christians was dying, getting ate by animals, the Romans they couldn't perceive why somebody would go through that. Because they actually was thinking like, man, I got the remember the Caesar, what they say, I got the power of life and death. I got your life and death in my hand. Like, why would you get tortured? Why would you get ate by an animal? What is this faith? What is this you believe in that would see the so-called white man? He's carnal. Mm-hmm. It says, I'll read 12 too. It says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Mm-hmm.
The hopeful elect, the prophets, we ain't for this place being forwarded. We ain't for a benevolent
dictator.
Dictatorship.
Yeah, and we don't want you to give us salvation. We don't want the so-called white
Right.
man to deliver us and give us some type of payment and try to make it right. The Lord's gonna make it right. We don't want nothing from you, man.
We don't need your white Jesus.
Yeah.
It's proven all throughout history that you can't fucking do right.
Right.
You know?
Let favor be shown to the wicked. Yeah, we did not learn righteousness.
Exactly. Exactly. It's proven throughout history that you can't do everything that you put out there is attached to some kind of evil.
Yeah. Look, more than 500 years later, when they brought that bullshit Christianity here to the side of the world, what did they do? Rape, rob, murder, steal the land, steal the resources, enslave the people.
Yeah.
And what's changed? Not a goddamn thing. Still the same shit. Still dangling that white Jesus carrot over people, talking about come to Jesus. You know, fuck out of here, man.
Just now.
Well, hey, like I always say, if his feet were like brass burned in the furnace, what color was his face? If we was made in his image and after his likeness, when have you seen somebody walking around with dark skinned feet? When was a baby born with dark skinned feet and a white face? And fool.
Remember, his head was white.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
No, niggas need to graduate too, man. You know, like, man, I'm sorry, man. It is, man. My mind went straight to the Christian church. Niggas, man.
It says, and he is clean contrary to our doings. Right, we opposite of you, man. Because you ain't right. It says, he upbraided us with our offending the law. We curse you out.
Yep.
All right, you call yourself a Christian, you don't keep one, like I quoted earlier, he opposed all that is called the Most High. You oppose every, like, damn, even the other heathens, they got certain things. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, you opposing us, but in the next building beside you, somebody's paying to get their rod chopped off. And there's no outcry of that. Like, hey, like the Lord didn't do it right the first time.
Yep, he made mistakes.
These people that put together these institutions that do this wickedness, shouldn't have a shot at saying we believe in God. Unless that God is the devil.
Right, and that's why it says, marvel not if Satan's ministers be made as the ministers of light. They act like they're benevolent, but we know your track record, okay? Inside Joe, we know your track record, man. Can't pull that shit over on us, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We know what you've done. We know what you're doing, white egg. We got it.
It says, and objected to our infamy, the transgressions of our education, because y'all teach wrong and you've been taught wrong. We don't give a damn about what's his guy, the vocabs guy,
Dr. James White,
Calvin.
Calvin. Yeah, John Calvin.
Calvinist. His ass was wrong. Thomas Aquinas and all them people. He was wrong too.
Right.
You was gonna say something about
no, because it says an objective to our infamy, the transgressing of our education, because that's what you've done. You've set up this curriculum that if you don't go to these schools of so-called higher learning, you are not qualified if you don't have a certificate that states that you can teach the scriptures. Therefore, we don't take you serious. Oh, well, guess what? We don't take you serious. And worse, forget about us. The Most High don't take you serious. He said the wisdom of this world is foolishness with him.
Yeah, and it's proven. It's proven, even in regular school, that in prestigious neighborhoods, the curriculum is set to make those people succeed. And in impoverished neighborhoods, the school system is set to make those people average citizens. So we know the whole gist of the schooling thing. It's basically there to make you a slave. Hey, you go to college, you go to school all your life to go and make a bill for yourself and go to college. And 9 times out of 10, your family doesn't have the money. Nobody's going to pay for your college. So what happens? You come out of college with debt.
Yep.
You
got a nice education, so-called. You got a heavy degree, but your ass is flipping burgers at McDonald's.
Yeah. I know a chick like that, worked in the grocery store, had a master's degree, worked in the grocery store.
Putting salt on the fries.
Yeah, you got the cash register, beep, 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 beep.
Yep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yep.
No, she mad. It says, he professed to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, but if anybody else call themselves the Lord's child, no, nigga, you ain't nobody.
Right.
But then they'll go and build a church and say we're all God's children, just so you can come in there and fund the church.
Right.
Yep.
But if you say no, we're God's. The white race can say that we're the special people, we're the chosen of God.
Mm-hmm.
But if any other race steps up and says no, we're the chosen of God, and you're wrong, it becomes a problem. Hey, things can start happening.
Hey, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Hey, why isn't vocab speaking out against these white supremacist so-called Christian identity groups? You know, don't they teach that the so-called Negroes are inferior to them, Latinos and all that? They pretty much, you could say they pretty much teaching what we teach, but saying that they're the people, you know.
Yeah.
How come he ain't going against them? Going in their circles, man, they'll lynch your ass. They'll lynch your big fat snakehead ass if you even venture into their territory. You fuck with them white supremacists if you want to. Shit, they'll have you dangling by a string, baby boy.
Yep.
By the end of the night.
Yep.
You be wishing you was still, somewhere in Ohio, somewhere eating some of that stupid pizza that you eat.
Yeah.
Stuffed crust.
Fuck with the wrong one, son.
It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts.
And that's why they're angry. They hate him that rebuketh at the gate.
Yep.
Go ahead.
He is grievous unto us even to behold.
Right, and that's why the scriptures speak about the accuser of thy brethren. Why? Because they want us out the way. Because when you're a wicked motherfucker, just put it straight up, and you're having a good time, and all of a sudden someone comes in there that knows that you ain't shit, know that you a piece of shit, and is looking at you sideways and telling you going off. That's uncomfortable for you. But here it is. This is your party. This is your show. You the head of this whole thing. But you got this one motherfucker over here that doesn't like what I do, and for some reason he's just so grievous to me. He's not even a threat.
Yep.
But he's a threat to them.
The real you.
Exactly. Yep. You got it.
It says his ways are of another fashion. And it's through the spirit you Haman, because ain't that what Haman said?
Yep.
When you read the editions of Esther?
Yep.
They said, here it is. Well, what did Cyrus say? He said he wanted peace for his kingdom.
Yep.
He said, so what can I do? And Haman say, well, this is what you should do. You got to get rid of these people.
Yeah.
Because they got ways and laws that's contrary to all men.
Yep.
But here it is. We was just servants we got our own ways. We weren't trying to overthrow the government and do nothing.
And that's what he was trying to do.
That's what he was trying to do.
Yep.
It says, verse 16, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Ooh.
Yeah, you ain't the children of the Lord. And it's funny, right? Because in the kingdom of heaven, after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, everything gonna be good. You're gonna have clean water, clean air, whatever.
Well, shit, when the kingdom is established, everything's gonna go back to the right vibration.
Exactly.
Like when you leave your house, sometimes you go and it's like something don't feel right, the air stinks, shit just don't feel good.
Yeah.
Or in the kingdom, it's gonna be a total different vibration. There's gonna be harmony.
Yep.
You're gonna feel it, everywhere you go. Like here, you go places and you just feel that demonic vibe. You just feel it. Like you just walked into, like you just walked into Satan's territory.
Yeah.
But in the kingdom, everywhere you go is going to be peaceful, serene, quiet, calm, smelling good. You ain't going to have, you walking down the street, all of a sudden you're already pissed off already. And then all of a sudden you get this whiff of shit, from the sewer or.
Yeah. Like every time we come down.
Yeah, man. Oh, Lord. You got to roll up the window. Burn incense in the car.
Man.
Get a smudge stick.
Hey, turn the outside air vent off.
Yep. Put on the gas mask.
Just enhancing your festivity.
Yeah, mother.
Yeah, it's bad.
But you got it, bro.
It says, he abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness.
Right, because it is filthy. And this lifestyle that Esau's pushing out there is filthiness because that's what he's comfortable with. his power emanates from the left-hand side. It doesn't emanate from the right-hand side. So anything that's on the right-hand side, he wants to put it in a category, like the word accuser.
Yeah.
You know, in the book of Revelation 12, because he's categorizing everybody. Because when all hell breaks loose, like they said, when they go to these detention centers, you got the red list, the blue list, and the yellow/green list. And all of these lists, depending on where you end up, is either straight up termination or re-education.
Mm-hmm.
These individuals, they're not a threat, but we can re-educate them. You know, this one, you know, they're a little bit more hard-headed, but we can still work with them. These right here, nope, these are the fanatics. We got to try to turn their God gene off,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or take them out, you know. But you ain't gonna change whatever you do. Is not gonna change the power of the Most High. Scriptures say, "What if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?" Doesn't matter if you believe this or not. The Lord's, you know, program and His plans are still going to move forward, because, you know, it was already spoken before the world was even thought of. It's already in motion.
Mm-hmm.
You're too late. Cat's out the bag, dude. Inside joke.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
It says, he pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed,
Mm-hmm.
and maketh his boast that the Most High is his father.
Right, and your father is the devil. Go ahead.
Yep. I'm gonna jump to verse 22. It says, this it. It says, as for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls.
Right, because all they could see is what they have in front of them. You know, it's like, here it is. You got the world. You got everything in the world. Everything that you got by treachery. You got by robbing, murdering, and all of that. You know, so that's all you know, and that's all you want. You're not looking for if I'm a do-gooder, you know, I'm gonna get a reward later on.
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking long range. You're looking short range. Why? Because you are the wicked. Let favor be showed the wicked, and yet will he not learn righteousness. And it says, none of the wicked shall understand. Got it.
Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, disappoint him,
Mm-hmm.
cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men which are thy hand,
Mm-hmm.
O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life,
Yep.
and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures.
Right, because you got everything. So that's why even King Solomon said that, you know, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. He said there's one that does righteousness and he's rewarded as if he was wicked, and there's one that's wicked and he's rewarded as if he was righteous.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't understand the ultimate plan of the Heavenly Father. You know, I'm not saying King Solomon, I'm just saying, you know, Esau. Go ahead.
Yep. It says they are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes.
Right.
That was it on that.
All right. You got anything else, D-Mash?
No.
You got any closing words?
Nope.
All right. So, you know, the Spirit just led it in a different direction, but it's pretty much all ties in together, you know, because, you know, this digital system that's coming into place, which is the MOTB, the microchip, is prophesied. And something major like this that's prophesied would eventually play out on the earth. You know, like I was reasoning earlier, and then I was talking to the brother Kaya, you know, and I was telling him, I was meditating on how here it is, you got this digital system coming into place where no man's be able to buy or sell, say, if you'd have had that MOTB. But there's going to be no evidence of it on the earth, right? Now, back then, when the Roman Empire was ruling, you have evidence in the scriptures of Roman coinage. But here it is today, and that was the world order of the time. But here it is today. We're in a modern Rome. You have a new digital system coming into place, but that's not going to be that's not going to be shown on the earth what it is. The scriptures mention the denarion or the denarius, but those are actual coins from back then. They've actually found coins and still have coins that are called denarius.
Yeah.
But the MOTB, the Michael CF, that's not good. There's going to be no evidence of that today.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you know what to avoid if there's no evidence of what it is?
Yeah, and the prophets were set up to warn the people. So how if that information isn't given to the prophets, then how can they warn the people of it? You know, every kingdom there was prophets that were set up before that kingdom ended. You know, for set up for whoever was set to make it in that time. The prophets are set up to warn you. You know, the scriptures speak about if the trumpet give an uncertain sound. Who will know if it's a who
gonna prepare himself for the battle?
Yeah,
exactly.
So we're giving you the straight skimming, and then now there's evidence of these things popping up. I mean, like
everywhere,
hella evidence, and it's evidence that the whole world is on this same tip. You know, so. You know, hey, at the end of the day, you're going to receive it or you're not.
That's it. You know, and at the end of the day, if you're not part of the elect, you're going to be deceived. And if you are part of the elect, you will not be deceived.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are not a part of the elect are going to take the MOTB. The ones that are part of the elect will not take it, even at the point of being deleted. So with that, you know, we pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. Till the next time we say, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.